Welcome back, everyone. So this is a very exciting video for me. The UVS Games folks sent one of their loyal scouts an Attack on Titan care package that I'm so excited to open with you guys today. And it looks like we've got some pretty fun goodies. This just arrived, so I'm a little giddy. So let's start with... I got a mat. I got an Attack on Titan Eren Yeager mat. So let's crack this open and see how this looks. Okay, come on, be smarter than the box. Oh, wrong side. Let's check this out. That's some sturdy box. So let's take a look at this. I'll even put it so you guys can see it a little bit better than I can. Look at that. That is nice. That is gorgeous. I like that. Get the universe... I hate filming these sometimes because I have to do everything backwards and upside down until I found a better way to do it, but I like that. Look at that. It's such a cool mat. Thank you very much again to UVS Games for sending me all of this fun stuff to show off. I'm very excited for this. They also sent, as I reach off camera here, a copy of each of the Clash decks for Mikasa and Levi. So let's crack these open and see what these are. I believe these are mostly... Handy dandy scissors. Careful with scissors, kids. I believe these are the characters basically from the demo, except Levi instead of Eren. And then just a bunch of cards from the set. We get a QR code for the UGN. So if you are not signed up on the UGN app yet, go to play.uvsgames.com. You can sign up for a free account and start earning loyalty points for playing in both online and local game store play. And you can use those points at the loyalty store to get fancy promos, especially promos like the, I'm sure they're going to have an Attack on Titan one for the release. They've got Godzilla alternate arts. They have the, I think they still have some DC Suicide Squad promos still left. I'm not sure. Those were limited quantity. And if you sign up either using a QR code or just going to the website to sign up, when they ask how you found out about the UGN, if you put content creator and my channel, it helps the channel out a lot. So we get a fun little paper mat, which is good for new players if they can unfold it without tearing it. So, fun little paper mat. Then we get the deck proper. Also, fun thing that I probably should have looked up before I started recording this, but there is currently a challenge out, a bounty challenge. It's unofficial, but I forget who set it out, but it's on the main Facebook and I believe on the main Discord for Universus. That one of our community members, has put a bounty out on these characters, that if you make top cuts at a regional level event or higher, playing either the Mikasa from the Clash deck, or the Levi, these 6 hand size, 15 health characters, I believe the bounty's $1,000? Again, I wish I should have really looked that up beforehand. But if you're in the main Facebook group, the US, I believe, Facebook group in, well, Facebook, or the main Discord, you might be able to find it. And if you're the person who put out the bounty and for some reason you're watching this, please leave a comment so people can find out about your contest, because I think it's really cool to have bounties put on these underrated characters. So, this is actually my first time handling the cards, because I was out of town for my first pre-release. I'm going to one at Primal Nerds Games in Mustang, Oklahoma on Friday, but I was not able to go to my normal one-stop anime pre-release. I was out of town, so this is my first time seeing the cards. So we got our Mikasa, 2 copies of This Is My Chance. I have a lot to open, so I'm not going to go over these too much, but it does look like you're just getting rares and commons, get moving, and such from the set. So this is really good for new players to get their hands on a playable deck. Maybe not a playable character, but a playable deck to get started, especially if they've just done the demo, because the Mikasa and the Levi are pretty much the demo characters. So this is your demo character plus a at least an Attack on Titan Spotlight version of a deck. So this is your nice step up from a demos, and this also means that since there's nothing exclusive in these, veteran players won't be buying them up like we did the Mirio and Overhaul decks or the Toga and Ochako decks, because I know that made those kind of hard for newer players to get. So I really like this idea of giving newer players a stepping stone between demo and like booster box. So I think this is really, really cool, and it's just really good. The deck feels thicker for some reason. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe it's just me. So that is the Mikasa. Let's crack open the Levi. Toss trash down here. Handy dandy scissors. Always cut away from yourself, because that's how I almost died one time. True facts. Got a box knife stuck in a box, and when I wedged it open, cut myself. So be very careful, kids. So again, we have all of our. Actually, we can just toss that. We're not gonna need any of this paper goods stuff. We'll throw it in recycling later. Now we have our Levi, and I will say that at first I was a little concerned about the minimalistic aspects of just having colorized manga panels, but now that I see them in person, I kind of like it. I think it's really cool, and the art team did a get moving again. The art team did a really good job of this, because I mean, you could hardly tell that they were just black and white at one point. I mean, obviously they would be if you're coloring them in. But, I don't know, I've grown to like it. I still am not a fan of the art per se, just because, especially the Titans, I find kind of weird looking. But, I mean, art is subjective. So, if you love it, that's 100% your prerogative. Me, I just think it looks kind of weird. As does my wife. That's why she doesn't want to watch Attack on Titan, because she says she can't take the Titans seriously. And I need to continue it because I left off on episode 4. As I said, when Eren getting eaten gave me really bad Gantz vibes. So, yeah, that is the Clash decks. Just overall, just cards from that you can find in the set, with a really simple character, so it's good for new players to pick up, and they can just start jamming games on their kitchen table with friends, and really help grow together as new players. I think that's really solid, and I think this is the best way to do Clash decks. So bravo, UVS Games. I think you nailed it and hit it out of the park with that one. But now the pièce de résistance. I was also sent my own booster box. So I am beyond excited. This is going to be so fun, because I've been seeing a lot of people doing cool pulls online. Apparently people have been getting a lot of good luck in their pre-release kits. So hopefully I can have a little Hermit luck myself. So we got our Attack on Titan booster packs. Let's just dump these out. Set that aside so we have a place to put our wrappers. Also, if for some reason you're new and you aren't up on this, all of your newer packs will have this eligible for redemption square on them. That means keep your pack wrappers, because if you mail them back to UVS Games after filling out a form, I believe you can find on the UGN or on their website, if you fill out the form and send them your packs, each pack you send gives you 1 point towards your point total on the UGN that you can spend in the loyalty store, and then they recycle the packs. So it's good for the planet and good for your point scores, so you can get more goodies. Older packs will have a skull icon. The old death symbol. Not the newer ones starting with Jetburn, but the older ones. It'll have the skull from that on there. So yeah, keep your wrappers. Let's see if these are easier to open, shall we? That wasn't too bad. I sit corrected. I'm using scissors. You're not here to watch me struggle for forever. So let's see. We've got protect the recruits. Got Dogged Pursuit. Scared Stiff. I have to keep remembering that left is right, right is left. Like we're in George Orwell's 1984. Scream. One of my favorite 90s horror movies. Display of Might. I'm With You. We got a Levi. So Levi is a UR character. So my first character is an ultra rare character. Interesting though that UR characters are not hollow. You would think that rare and UR characters would actually have like some hollow to them, but apparently not. Apparently we're going with the old school character rarities where the characters didn't come hollow. Because as those of us who have been around a minute know, they did used to print different rarities of characters. And yeah, this is an ultra rare. And then my rare is Smiling Titan, or Smiling Titan Attacks, which is my first shift card. And this is cool because it transforms into a backup. The backup version is not shiny. So while the attack form is shiny, the backup, however, is not. And that probably saves a lot on foiling. So that's fine. So we're going to put that down here. Put our characters. Let's say there-ish. I really needed to clean the desk off a little bit. Or at least put some things aside. Alright, there we go. We got Clear the Perimeter. This is going to be good against those Order wall counter decks, I believe. Oh no, this is against backups. Clear the Perimeter is anti-backups. So probably only going to be seen in Spotlight. Then we have Failed Rescue. And Meeting Hanji. So, and if I'm going to be honest, I hope I pull Hanji. Because a lot of people say Hanji's no good. A lot of people saying Hanji's bad because Hanji doesn't have access to a lot of good backups. I say you're thinking about Hanji all wrong. And look forward to my Day 0 build along for Hanji to see why. Which, thanks to my hotel having no Wi-Fi over the weekend, I am quite behind, and I apologize for that, but I hope to get those up quicker. So now, next we have Slash from Above. We have Face First Lunge, which looks absolutely painful. We have Night Terrors. We have Quiet Contemplation. Armin's Fate. Titan's Pursuit. Connie Springer. This is weird. So our ultra rare Levi, because you can see, he says UR, is not shiny. There's no hollow to our ultra rare Levi. But there is hollow to our uncommon Connie Springer. I wonder if this is a misprint, or if a misprinting with the badge. I don't know. If you guys are seeing similar stuff to this, maybe I just got a bad Levi and a good Connie, who knows? But if you're seeing where the ultra rares aren't getting foiled and the uncommons are, let me know. I'd love to see what other people are getting here. And then we have the Curiosity of Armin Arlert, whose last name will always trip me up. So this is good to give your attacks 1 speed if you have 9 or more foundations. It's a unique, so you can only have 1, but plus 1 speed forever is pretty good. Next we have Dismantling the Wall, good for anti-wall counter characters. We have Seize the Opportunity, and Dangerous Subjects. So that's pretty good there. stack that over here. Alright. Next pack. Oh, come on. Wow. So not only am I struggling to open them without scissors, now I'm struggling to open them with scissors. What is the world coming to? So we have military police presence, capture the target, smiling death, which UVS, Let's Talk UVS is really high on this card, and I can see why. If you haven't watched his top 10 cards in Attack on Titan video, which I believe dropped today as of time of recording, Monday on the 12th, go check that out. That dude's got a lot of good opinions. Then we have Necessity, which I keep trying to sing Bare Necessities in my head every time I hear that. We have Inner Strength, which is what my forearm's trying to feel right now. The Beast Titan appears. We have Ymir, who is a rare character, also not hollow. I know Chris Smith, aka Brody Wan, is really high on this character. It's his favorite. Let me see if I can change my angle here and get a little bit better. There we go. And honestly, I think Ymir is probably one of the best in the set. I think she is going to be... Stupid camera. I think she's going to be menacing, because she also transforms into Ymir Jaw Titan. And getting just blanket 2 speed on every attack as a static, that's nuts. That is absolutely insane. And our rare is, ooh, we got our first secret. We got Attack Titan's Armored Titan's Fortitude. Fortitude the Armored Titan. So this is cool because it can remove an attack, all the keywords from a rival attack, and attacks our rival plays during this turn get +1 difficulty. So it's kind of like Infinite Breaker, but yeah, being able to remove EX, powerful, this is gonna kill, not necessarily Walk the Dog, what's the other one? Armor of the Wolf. This is gonna brutalize Armor of the Wolf. You don't get your powerful, you don't get your EX. Sure, you can get a bunch of damage if I'm skipping my enhanced steps, but as long as you stay at 5 speed, that should be okay. So that is very nice. And I love how these kind of look like wanted posters with the design of the secret rares. I think that's really neat. So good on design for that. So we're going to put that a little bit above here. We can turn these around, I suppose. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, vertical maneuvering equipment. This is going to be probably a one-of in every deck, especially if you need momentum outs, because spending a momentum for +3 or -3 speed and changing the zone of that attack means you can perfect block to anything, and you can make your attacks much harder to block. So really powerful asset there. Against a tough bunch, and pull from danger. Neat. And again, with the rare character not being hollow. Don't know what that's about. So now let's see here. Ah, that one cut pretty easy. Maybe it's just that one. Nope. Again, I sit corrected. Oh, you need to... There we go. Don't talk trash to your trash kids. So we got You Can't Catch Me. We got a Titan Small. So this is going to be good for Hanji, because this is one of the Titans that she can build. Ooh, I never noticed that the backups, the regular backups, also have the inverted symbol design, which is really cool. I'm really excited about inverted symbols because they just look awesome. We have Intimidating Glare, Distressed Consolation, Effective Punishment, getting kicked in the face, that's pretty effective. We got Swallowed by an Abnormal, which is a nice 6 check. Hey, we got her! But as an uncommon, she is not hollow. She is not shiny like our uncommon Connie. So yeah, I think some things just might have gotten shifted around at the printers. But I am actually really excited for Hanji, because before the start of the game, we get to build one of these 4 difficulty backups, and we also get to treat them as foundations when committing them to pass checks. We can commit 1. So she's kind of like Mimic, but instead of assets, she deals with backups, and she prevents our 4 difficulty backups from being attacked. So they're foundations that cannot be stunned, cannot be attacked, and they have to be target destroyed by anti-backup cards, which, since people don't want to run backups in Standard, people aren't running anti-backup cards. So you basically have 8, if you run 4 of this and 4 of the Titan Medium, you have 8 foundations that don't count as foundations towards, like, your Deadlock, but they're foundations your rival cannot interact with. I think that is sneakily the power of Hanji, and I'm really excited to build her and see what I can do. We got our first Ultra with Emerge Victorious. So this has a whole wall of text. Sacrifice a backup. If you did reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a Titan attack or a Titan backup. If it's Shift, build it transformed. If it is a Titan backup, just build it. Place remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. So that's pretty good. You can sacrifice a backup to build in a new backup. Hanji does not have Chaos, though. Sad day. So we're going to put that over here. Move that ever so slightly. Our trash box. We have Adjusting the Plan. We have Face Your Rival. And Deadly Research, which is going to come in a lot of handy in some of these backup and shift-based decks. Let's just say I'm playing an older character when I get more of this set that plays a bunch of shift attacks, and really doesn't want to check really bad on some of these high difficulty attacks. But also gets to play a lot of things for free, so watch out for that. That's going to be real fun. Come on now. Not all of you need to fight me. We have Breach the Perimeter, which is just free speed if you have momentum. Bar the Door, which is minus speed. Shrewd Observations, which is minus speed if you're sacrificing foundations. Reconsider, which is an amazing block because you can clear it and draw a card if you play it as a block, and if on your turn you can play it and clear it and draw 1 card, but then you have to discard a card. We have Titan's Pursuit, Trust in Armin, and we got Jean, another uncommon, not shiny character. This character is basically the character version of vertical maneuvering equipment, but it's also once per turn after you clear a card from your combat phase, you steal it to your momentum. So I think that's a really powerful ability, and I'm interested to see what we can do with Jean here. We got another ultra rare, Attack Titan attacks. I like that. And I like that the manga panel kind of extends out into the silver. So this is another shift attack. It's a 5/8, and when we build it, it becomes the Attack Titan, which we can lose 4 stamina and commit it. As our next form, we get to play it as an attack from our stage. So as long as this is in your stage, you always have access to an attack, and when you play it with this ability, it gets -3 difficulty, so instead of an 8 difficulty, it becomes a 5 difficulty. So that's pretty powerful. So I'm really interested to see what kind of attack lines we can do with that. Next we have Trying to Reach Eren, Futile Attempts, and Sword Skills. So this is going to be Connie's main thing, and anyone who wants to run this printed 3 difficulty or less attack package, because as long as it's ready, your little mini attacks all get +1 damage as long as this is ready in your stage. And since it's not unique, you can have up to 4 of these in your stage. So all of your mini attacks can get up to 4 damage as long as you have 4 of these ready, which could be really powerful. So we'll kind of see where that goes, because that's the main thing with these micro attacks is they don't do a lot. They don't do a whole heck of a lot of damage. So let's see what else we get here. Did we get it? Did we get it all in the first shot? Yes! You are a good pack. Hopefully you have something nice. We have enemy scouting formation. Chase down, which we saw in the Mikasa deck, I believe. Titan Freefall. If we have recycled this game, our attack gets powerful, or +3 to its powerful rating. This becomes a powerful 6. Holy crap. We got Open Wide. We got Rainer Protects Bertolt, which is neat. We have another I'm With You. Then we have Erwin Smith, 13th Commander of the Survey Corps, also known as the man with the longest name title in Universus. So he's one of these wall counter-based characters, and I think he's probably the best one on face, because you can get counters when your attack deals damage or when you sacrifice a foundation. You can sacrifice a foundation for +2 or -2 speed on face, and you can remove 3 wall counters from anywhere in your stage to build the top card of your deck. So that is really powerful that he can recycle his foundations. So I think he might be the wall counter person to beat on face. Next we have the Apathy of Annie Leonhardt. So this is cool because if you're not worried about blocking small attacks, you can just take the damage and get +2 to your next check to block a big attack. And you can commit this card to block with it from your stage if your character has the life symbol, which is what this little bit right here, it's a symbol exclusive ability, so only if your character has the life symbol, and you can only run this card if your character has the chaos symbol. So to get your max potential, your character has to have both chaos and life. A little bit tricky, but there are characters that can use it. Specifically Annie. Then we have Toothy Bite, which is better than a Gummy Bite, I'm assuming. Funeral Pyres, and Armored Skin, which we can spend a momentum to give an attack -X damage, X equals its check value. So on these bigger Titan attacks that have a 4 check, we can give -4 damage. So that could be cool. Excuse me one second. I've been shouting over people at a convention all weekend, so my throat's a little hoarse. But I didn't want to wait to make this video. I'm too excited, and I knew if I just left this sitting on my table, I'd be tempted to open it without you guys, and I'm not about to do that. Selfish Strike. So I dig these 8 difficulty blank moves. I think these are really cool, especially with a character, because we have Air and Order in this set, which is 2 symbol shared with Ryukyu 2, who can just blanket give these 2 speed and 2 damage. Very dangerous. So, we also have a life one for Ryukyu 1, which can snap a momentum when you play a blank attack, so that could be really dangerous later on. Aaron's Trial. Vengeful Intent, a fun way to use your momentum if you don't have any other outs. You can burn your rival. Open Wide. Last Second Dodge. This is really good speed hate and throw hate, which the fire symbol had no throw hate, I don't believe. So this card, very powerful. We have Defend the Rear. This is really strong because if your rival's not playing a Titan package, you know, all these big 8, 9, 10, even 6 or 7 difficulty moves, this just commits for -3 speed on anything 5 difficulty or less. So on the life symbol, this is very good defense. So I really like that. Next we have Marco Bot, which I always read as Marco Bolt for some reason. But he is going to be kind of neat. I had fun building for him for our day zeros. I don't know if he's going to be really strong, but I guess it's going to have to see where we go, if it's standard or spotlight. Next we have Searching for, or Sacrifice for the Cause. Pro tip, kids, don't read upside down. So this was also on Let's Talk UVS's top 10 cards of Attack on Titan, because you can discard a card for damage equal to your block modifier, which is like a lot of these have +3 or higher block modifiers, and you can sacrifice it this foundation to prevent your rival from reducing the current attack's damage. And this can stop character abilities like Mirio. So that's really, really strong. And I believe Rainer in Titan form can reduce an attack's damage to 1. So that also is very powerful. So definitely a good card to run at least one of in your fire decks. We have Repay a Debt, which is kind of like the little Connie foundation, but while this card is ready, your attacks with printed difficulty of 5 or greater get +1 damage, as opposed to your printed 3 or less damage, or 3 or less difficulty, so this is really cool to give your bigger attacks more damage. We have Wall Artillery, a very good wall counters card, and Levi's Overhead Strike. Alright, I'm gonna not go too in-depth. I know I haven't been going too in-depth on a lot of these cards, but I'm kind of gonna I don't think I'm gonna name them all, because I still have most of this box to get to, and I don't want this to be a 2-hour-long video. So, we're just gonna show these, kind of go at a decent clip, and we'll kind of talk about maybe the rares and the characters that come up. We got Sasha, we got the Potato Girl. She's a fan favorite. And we got another Ultra in Race to the Rescue. So this is gonna clear itself after it deals damage. And in Deadlock, if our rival's in Deadlock, we get 2 speed and 2 damage for free. That's pretty cool. And we got EX, so we can guarantee that this hits, and then clear it, so we don't have to worry about progressive difficulty. Weight of Responsibility, Annie's Leg Sweep, and I hate this card's art. Mainly because I love animals, and while it's funny that he's yeeting a horse, he's also yeeting a horse, and that makes me sad. I like horses. Alright. What else we got here? Also doesn't help that these packs are starting to give me trouble. But I'd much rather struggle for 3 seconds with scissors than 30 seconds and possibly risk damaging a very rare card. Titans are coming. Humanity's Weapon. Unpredictable Maneuvers. We got Bearded Titan, so this card makes me sad. Even though I was one of the people who threw up arms about an Infinity character, because used to be that Infinity meant you could, if your character had Infinity, you could play any cards no matter what. Then they changed it to you pick one symbol, that's your primary symbol, but then you can use every attuned card that you want. Every card in this set is attuned. Any attuned symbols they print forward would be usable regardless of symbol in this character. And I did raise an alarm about it. I was very scared of it. But then they said, nope, you can't use any attuned except for the one primary symbol you use. But this guy has no abilities. So at that point, why would you play him over anyone else? So, Sad, Rise and Fall, and then we get Heated Clash, which combos with the action Seething Anger for 4 damage. So it's 4 mid 8. Not bad, I suppose. Not a bad rate if you're wanting to go that route. Annie's Gamble, Titan Pile, and Horrifying Realization. So yeah, the Fall of the Beast Titan, or Beard Titan, sad, but ultimately I think it might have been the right call. As much as I would love the near infinite possibilities of one symbol plus any attuned cards I want, I also think that could be very damaging for design going forward. So I think they made the right call, even if it does kind of make me sad on the back end. Breach the Perimeter, Bar the Door. Hey, that's the second time we've gotten those two back-to-back. 3 back-to-back, I think. Plea for Reason. Squad Mate Betrayal. Big Mouth Titan. So what's funny is, as of day of recording, I just put up my Day 0 build for Big Mouth Titan. So that's kind of fun. I think this guy's sneaky good. He's just a little bit slower than most of the other big people, but I think he's going to be real cool to play. Beast Titan's Call, another Ultra. Did we just get front-loaded all of our Ultras and our Secret, and everything else is going to be kind of weak? Either way, this is another really strong card for those Titan and Shifting decks, so that's going to be really cool. Hunting down the Armored Titan, Mikasa's Unrelenting Assault, and Lucky Break. This is also a really strong card for some of these order decks, because if you check a 5 to play an attack, or 5 or greater, you get just free damage. So that's really strong. Hopefully getting the Fortitude of the Armored Titan doesn't mean that I'm out of luck getting the Beast Titan, because I really like the Beast Titan. I know a lot of people are not up on the Beast Titan, but I think he's cool, and I want to play him. Well, who knows, maybe I'll pull a Chrome Beast Titan and be ecstatic, and you might have to see me pass out on stream, or recording. I don't stream, I barely YouTube. I barely know what I'm doing in the first place, so why would I try to add more to it? Alright, we have Tear Down the Wall. Titan Medium, good. I need those for Hanji. Follow-up Barrage, Rainer's Protecting Bertolt, Bright-Eyed Dreams, Military Offense. We got a Rainer, who of course shifts into Armored Titan, one of the characters that everyone's kind of afraid of right now. So that's good to get. Plaintive Cry. So this is cool because we can block with it to ready one of our foundations and force our rival to commit a foundation. Only difficulty is this block modifier is not good. +4 is really hard to block with, unless you have some really good speed reduction, which there is a lot of good speed reduction in this set. Besiege is good, Consuming Their Own. Fueled by Tragedy. Yeah, there's a lot of speed hate in this set, as I've been learning with my Day 0 build-alongs. There's a lot of massive speed hate. There's not a lot of damage reduction. There's some, but it's not great. But there is just ways to control speed left and right, so you can try to block these massive attacks. Acceptable Losses. How that's a throw, I don't know. Faith in the Wall. Extermination Shot. Toss Aside, which looks like she's just bouncing someone off the ground. Same Old Rations. Display of Might. We got Annie. We got the girl, who of course transforms into any female Titan. Now, a lot of people are giving this character grief because they are focused on the fact that you can't use the backup ability very well. But I think committing a foundation for 2 speed, 2 damage is just solid enough in its own right. If you've watched my Day 0 build-along for Annie, you'll hear me go into that in more detail. Then we have Crisis of Confidence. Form spend a momentum to freeze 1 rival foundation, or 2 foundations if they have 8 or more foundations. Pretty solid. Raise Walls. And Seething Anger. Oh, and then Willing Recruits. We got some actions there. That's pretty good. Next up. My wife's going to be a little sad that I did this without her. She loves opening packs. But I will have at least one more box that she'll be able to help me with when I buy my own. Upper Hand Smash. Sharp Weapon. Commit for +3 damage, ain't bad. Lumbering Monstrosity. We're also seeing a lot of these attacks and foundations that only have a Deadlock ability on them, which, considering you want to build these big stages to transform some of these characters, kind of makes sense. Reconsider. All a Soldier Can Do. We got another Gene. Pretty neat. Then we get This Is My Chance. Now this is one that we got in the Mikasa deck, so now we got another one of those. If it's your first attack, you can give it 2 speed, and if it's completely blocked, clear it. So I think that's a pretty good trick. The Terrific Trio, Skilled Swordsmanship, and Crush the Cavalry. Again, those poor horses. I'm going to give myself some room here. Just stack up all the characters into 1 stack. Again, I need to learn how to do this backwards and upside down. I am not good at that. Mainly because I don't do a lot of pack opening content. Alright. We got Ruthless Savagery. You can sacrifice a backup to gain health, which is pretty good. Swift Swipe. Vow of Vengeance. Commit for -2 speed. Dramatic Scene. Commit for -3 speed. On a 2 diff, that's not bad. We got our new Wall Cling, and Mikasa defeats the female Titan. Powerful Escort is awful, except for that 6 check. We got another Irwin. Then we get Chomp. So this is a Breaker 2 block, that's really good. There's a form, we can destroy one of our rival's foundations with a difficulty of 2 or less. And then after this card leaves the card pool, we remove it. So that's not bad. We have Jaws of Life. Let me move these closer so people can see and read. Hold at bay, some momentum hate on block, and Connie takes a stand. Alright. Let's see, the next Attack on Titan set comes out in October, I think. October, November. I should probably try to get caught up by then. Sure, if I actually sit down and dedicate myself to it, I'll be able to do it. Titan Freefall. Honor-bound Protection. Differing Perspective. I should probably just read on the screen. Secure the Prisoner. Eaten by the Beard Titan. This is probably my favorite speed hate because it's tenacious, so playable while committed. You sacrifice it for -3 speed, so you can commit it to help pass the check to block an attack, and then give -3 speed to the next card. So I think that's a really powerful bit of speed hate there. Another Potato Girl. Nice. Then Betraying Friends. So this is really going to help those mill-based decks that want to mill their deck or cycle, because you can mill 4, and then after this card's discarded, mill 4 again. Pretty strong there. Titan's Power, Marco's Potential, and line up the shot. So this is your only attack in the card pool. It gains throw. I think that's pretty neat. Am I suddenly putting all of these backwards? I am suddenly putting all of these backwards. Because I am backwards. Alright. Next up, we have... I also have not pulled an alternate art, so I'm looking forward to see if I can pull an alternate art. I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen the ones they've previewed. So hopefully we can pull an alternate art, maybe something fancy that we haven't seen previewed, and we can experience that together. Shocking Revelation, Unrivaled Steel, Ultra Hard Steel. Distracting the Female Titan. Another Big Mouth Titan. That's fun. We got another secret. We got 2 secrets out of this box. Solid. Coordinated Strike. We can mill 3. This attack gets +1 damage for each weapon card in our discard, or each weapon attack in our discard pile. So for playing a self-milling weapon themes deck, this can get really strong really quick. Plus it's got Deadlock Stun 4, which is just a great rate. So cool, 2 secrets in 1 box. That is really neat. Pilfered Provisions. Nape Strike, so this is one of those backup-specific hate cards that not a lot of people are going to run, so Hanji stock's going up, in my opinion. And Death Rattle, which would be really great for Beast Titan, if I had one. What's that, the meme? This is where I'd put this if I had it. I don't know, I didn't watch Nickelodeon. Hate me in the comments, it's fine. I was not a Nickelodeon kid, much to my wife's chagrin. Nor was I Disney Channel. I read as a child. I didn't watch a lot of TV, except for some Cartoon Network. This is blank except for a bunch of keyword abilities. Rash decisions. Get moving. I got a bunch of those. Roar, which it doesn't look like she's roaring very much. Loss of consciousness. Trust in Armin. Hey, we got Smiling Titan. So, also as of time of recording today, I believe Brody Wan, Chris Smith, released a Spotlight deck profile for Smiling Titan, which looks terrifying. They did, I will say, her response down here, which says once per turn after an attack deals 6 more damage, ready this character. They did give her a day 1 errata to where this is a tenacious ability. So it actually works as intended. So, yay. Now we got a Smiling Titan. Then the Lethality of Levi Ackerman. Neat. Tight Squeeze, which looks painful. Dig Deep, which is what I tell myself when I'm halfway through these videos. And Emir's Regeneration. After you take damage from an unblocked attack, remove this to gain 4 health. That's a lot of health. One problem with having such a big set is that if you need 4 copies of a specific uncommon, like Emir's Regeneration or Death Rattle, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs left in my 24-pack set box, and I've only got 1 of each of those. So that's going to be tricky. But hopefully it's all worth it. Follow Barrage. Titans are coming. Humanity's Weapon. Scream. Bright-Eyed Dreams. An Ultra Hard Steel. Another Marco. Neat. And Gas Propellant. So this is a really strong, another really strong asset. You can sacrifice it to give all of your attacks 1 speed for the turn, or all of your rivals' attacks -1 speed for the turn. And then you can respond to commit this card and spend a momentum after you play a card with a breaker ability. That breaker rating gets +2. Thank God they did not give Mei Hatsume 2 the air symbol. Because otherwise, holy crap, that character would get banned so quickly. Meaning Hanji, Nape Strike, and Death Rattle. I'm hoping to see more of the Titan backups, considering I've only seen 1 of each in this box so far. My Hanji needs them. But maybe since no one wants them, they'll just give them to me. And then I'll run the tables with Hanji and people will be mad. My locals just be mad sometimes because I never play the same deck twice, so it's kind of crazy. Vow of Vengeance. I always play weird stuff too. Mainly because I can't really afford to... Hey, Titan Medium! Mainly because I can't afford to keep up with the meta sometimes, so I just play my random stuff and just hope it does well. And sometimes it does, so it's pretty fun. Another Bearded Titan, another coaster character. And the Survey Core. So if our character has the Survey Core trait, we get 2 speed and 2 damage for committing this. Pretty good rate. Sword Skills. Clear the perimeter. And Failed Rescue. Alright, down to the last 5 packs. Still haven't seen an alternate art, but maybe since I got 2 secrets, I'm not going to get an alternate art. Who knows? Since we've only been seeing pre-releases, we don't really know what boxes look like, so we don't really know the pull rates. So hopefully, the people keeping track of pull rates find my video helpful. Comment down below if that's you. The Savagery. Swift Swipe. Shocking Revelation. Hey, another Eaten by the Bearded Titan. Got another Annie. And Mikasa arrives at Utgard Castle. If you have 3 or more attacks in your card pool, you may discard a card. If you do, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. In these discard-centric decks, maybe, but I don't see that seeing too much play. Because you'd have to play that on at least 6. And I don't see that giving you... Maybe if you had a use for momentum on that card, but I don't see that really getting much traction there. clear this up a little bit. Smart over strong, which is my high school career in a nutshell. Running out of time. Saving stab. Respectful commander. Disrupting plans. I think that's the first disrupting plans we've seen. Hannes. This dude. Emerging threats. Form tenacious flip. Build a backup from your card pool. Okay. Deadlock form. Shift or commit your next attack. Check to play a shift attack. It's +3. Not bad. We got first official kill, which implies there are unofficial kills. But okay. 3 packs to go. Can we get the third secret with the Beast Titan? That'd be nice. Propelled Kick. Fast Friends. Grin and Bear It. Rocky Alliance. Instinctual Urges. We're counting on you. Krista Lens. Common character. Potato. Which is what I call my cat Harley whenever she's laying on her back, because she looks like a spud. Because she's kind of fat. But we love her anyway. And Potato is always fun. Nullifying Force. Fight to the death. Fight for survival. Fun getting those 2 back to back. 2 packs left. Who knows? Maybe one alternate art character is not guaranteed per box. Like I said, we have no idea what the pull rates are. As far as I know, I'm the first box opening. Learn Technique. Battle While Bandaged. Bertolt's Envy. The Assault of Urtgard Castle. Flashy Technique. Panicked Admonishment. There he is, the menace himself, Bertolt Hoover, who becomes the Colossus Titan. Now again, they did a Day 1 errata for this man. His response here to add your attack to your momentum after being completely blocked is a once per turn. So, not as egregious, but I think he's still very, very strong. Then we have Maintain Distance, which is good. Securing Urtgard Castle, Unraveling Plans, and Fiery Stare. Alright. Send your spirit energy back to the past. Spirit Bomb, let's go. For the final pack. Let's see what our last pack gives us. I just dropped a bunch of stuff. So we've got Careful Plot, Daring Confrontation, Fight Your Fears, That Day, Titanic Leap, Call for a Ride, got another Connie. This Connie, not foil. So, is the alternate art Connie just foil? Do they not all get fancy alternate arts? I do not know. So maybe that foil Connie was my alternate art. That'd be kind of disappointing, but who knows? Oh, never mind. We got our alternate art. It's an alternate art Emerge Victorious. So we pulled the Ultra and the full art Pearl-esque alternate art. Let me move these a little bit so you're not getting so much of a glare. Look at that. Up, up. Backwards, come on. Look at that. I love how they're doing the alternate art Ultras as pearls, and then the alternate art secrets as obsidians. So we're going to put that there. We're going to carefully move this here. That is gorgeous. Then we have Mikasa's Admission. Genes Provoking Stubbornness and Predatory Bite. And that is our box. So in our box we got 2 secret rares. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ultra rares. One of those being our alternate art ultra rare. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 rares. And then, which of these characters? Bertolt was a rare. Armin was an ultra, and again, not holo. Uncommon, uncommon, rare, rare, common, 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 uncommon, 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 rare. We got the weird holo Connie, which doesn't say like alt, which the UR alt says alt, so it's not like uncom UC-alt. So I guess not. And then we got our UR Levi, who is not holo. So that is my box opening, and that is going to be the end of my UVS mail day video. So again, thank you to UVS Games for sending this to me and allowing me to show off all of these awesome cards. I was really excited when I got the email, and I'm super stoked that I was allowed to be a part of this. So let's get thumbs up for UVS Games in the comments if we can, because I almost said chat, but I don't stream. And let me know if you've opened any boxes or in your pre-release kits gotten an uncommon holo character. Because like I said, with the rares and the ultras, they're not shiny. They're not holo. So it seems that they're not trying to holify their characters, so I wonder if Connie is the misprint, or if the ultra rare characters were also supposed to be holo, and that is misprinted. Also, what's your favorite, if you've seen any of the alternate art characters, what's your favorite? I think the Mikasa looks great. I really like the Beast Titan. But again, I've only seen the ones that were shown off in preview materials. So, with that, I will bring this incredibly long video to a close. If you enjoyed the video, please like it, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and if you want to help support the channel even more, there's a link to my Patreon down below in the description, where you can get all of these videos a day early. Anything that gets added to the channel that is not a UVS Hermit School of Universes video, those don't go to Patreon, those will always stay here. But any other video that comes to the channel will be on Patreon a day early, and you'll get to see even more content that I don't post to my YouTube channel, such as opinion videos and first thoughts when news first drops. So go check that out if you would be so kind, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.